Beautiful people, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Seven Circles. My name is Jonathan. Let me adjust this light a little bit. I want to say thank you for joining me today. I want to talk about a couple things. So, first and foremost, I'm on Odyssey. If you don't know about Odyssey, Odyssey is similar to YouTube, except it is decentralized. So, I can talk about things that I can't talk about on this platform. I can talk about them on that platform. And my videos can't be taken down. I can't get a strike, things of that nature. So if you want to follow me on Odyssey, follow me on Odyssey. Also, I'm on TikTok. TikTok is going to be under 7 circles. I got about 63,000 people following me. Just so you don't get mixed up with the channels, it's going to be the same type of logo. And then also, of course, I'm on Instagram and also on Twitter. I'm not really too active on Twitter, but I do post videos, right? So this video, right, what I wanted to basically talk about, is this all there is? I want you guys to really think about something. And obviously, if you're watching this channel, I think that you're a person that's looking for change. I don't think that somebody watching this channel, I don't think they're content with their life, that they're satisfied with their life. Then if you are, then this probably isn't the right channel for you. Because I'm constantly about progressing. I'm constantly about changing and transforming and recreating your life. That's what my whole life has been about. It's literally been like a snake. The snake has, skin, and then it's shedding its skin and it's coming into something new. It's been like that my whole entire life. And so I'm constantly changing, transforming. What was true for me yesterday might not be true for me tomorrow, because I'm learning, I'm growing, I'm seeing things from a different perspective. And I think it's important to note, those who know that I used to be a chef, right? I was chefing it up for approximately 30 years. And what I realized is that we could order enough food, we could plan our business almost down to the T. We knew how many people were going to come in, etc., because we had metrics. And the metrics is that something that they would measure. We had tools, right, that would measure the people that are going to come in. And we were right by about 5%, give or take. So we knew on a Saturday we were going to do, $20,000. We knew on a Sunday we were going to do 15,000. We knew what times our busiest times were going to be. We knew on Mother's Day that we were going to do 50,000. So we knew how many servers to have, how many managers, how many cooks. We knew that on Valentine's Day, etc. Why am I saying this? I'm saying this because when you make predictions and when you make forecasts, you do that based on past information. You do that based on different tools that you have, different metrics that you have. Well, if you look at our society, right, you have 365 days. And I'm talking about just America. 365 days. You have Christmas, you have the Christmas holiday, you have the Thanksgiving, you have the New Year's, you have the Easter. You know what's going to happen on these days. You know it down that you can literally base your life around it. You know it like the back of your hand. You know that the churches are going to be packed on Easter. You know that when you go to the grocery store that they're going to be selling Hawaiian buns and that they're going to be pushing Easter candy with the chocolate. You know that on Valentine's Day they're going to have roses. You know there's going to be discounts after Thanksgiving on Black Friday. You know this like the back of your hands, and you know where the traffic's going to be, and you know where the majority of the people are going to be. What I'm saying, because obviously this is obvious, but what I'm saying is that this is a program that we're living in. It's literally a program. A program. It literally is. And it's powerful to really know this information, to really, really know it like the back of your hand. Because if you know it, then you know where it's going. If you can follow the river, you know where the river is going to end up to. The river is going to end up to the ocean. So if you know what everybody's doing, according to this brainwashing mechanism called the calendar, you know exactly where people are going to go, right? You know it. So this is a saying called the blind follows the blind. The blind follows the blind, right? When the blind follows the blind, they all fall in the same ditch. If you know that, if you can look at the numbers, right, and these are statistics. Everything that I'm saying is not anything that's like just made up. These are statistics. You can find them on Google or any search engine that you want. That when it comes to healthcare, that the person that is 60 and above, that they're taking anywhere between 10 to 13 prescriptions, 10 to 13 prescriptions in a day. That's one day. And then you can look at all the sicknesses. It doesn't matter what type of race you identify with or whatever culture, whether you're black or white or anything in between. right? That most people are passing away from heart disease. Most people are passing away from some form of cancer. That most people are passing away from what is the other one? Heart disease, cancer, whatever, some other type of chronic disease. So if you know that people are on the program, okay, and if you know that uh, if you know that people are eating this type of way and their lifestyles are this type of way, that every weekend, and this might be a little bit different now because of COVID, but I'm pretty much sure it's the same truth, that every weekend people are going, not people, but a great portion of people are going to bars and drinking, that they're going to clubs and, getting effed up, right? If you know this, okay, if you know, just like holidays, you know where the people are at certain times, right? Then you know what not to do. If people are dying at young ages, right? If people are, experiencing all of these diseases, the cancer, the so on and so forth, right? Then you have to go in the opposite direction. If everybody's going in this direction, most likely, if you go in the opposite direction, you're making the right move. You're making the right move if you go in the opposite direction. So when it comes to Christmas, when it comes to Thanksgiving, when it comes to whatever, if you go in the opposite direction, right, you know that you're going in the right direction. And so it's you can look at people, and which is great, and you can look at their lives, and this is not to judge anybody, just to be a witness, right? And you know that if you go in the opposite direction, that you're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. And so this can't be all of it. Do you think that you came on this planet to incarnate at this time just to follow a system that was given to you? To go inside of a school system for 12, 13 years, and then to go in the school system for 4 more years into college, to accumulate a whole bunch of debt. And then from that debt, you freaking go and you get married, right? And you have some children, and then you work at a job for 20, 30, 40 years, and you save up money, and then you get sick, and you use that money that you saved up to pay for the hospital bills, and then you become old and decrepit, and then you get put away in a box, and then people gather around and say, "Oh, this was a good person." Not to say that you weren't, but is this all that you really have? Is this what your life was meant to be? What do you come here for? I had this conversation. I went to dinner with a bunch of friends yesterday, and we got into this conversation of when you ask a child, what do you want to be? Hey, what do you want to be when you grow up? What do you want to be? I don't know. I want to be a fireman. I want to be a doctor. I want to be a lawyer, right? These are the common things, right? The common questions that people ask a child. And those are the common responses that a child gives the adult, right? What about asking a different question? The question would be, why did you come here on this planet? What is the impact that you are looking to make on this world? That's a whole different question, right? What is the impact that you came here to make? And that's the question that I'm asking everyone that's watching this live. Why did you come here? Because everybody came from somewhere and everybody is going somewhere. Earth is just a middle ground. We all came from somewhere. We all came through our mother's vaginas, as much as graphic as that is for a lot of people. This is the truth. Everybody's came here through the vagina. You had to go through the vagina in order to come here. in order to come here. And we're all going somewhere. After we choose to leave, whether if you choose to be here for 30 years or you choose to be here for 500 years, we're all going to leave at some point. But the question is, where are you going after this? So why do you come here and where are you going? What is the purpose of you being here? Is it to be a lawyer? Is it to be a policeman? Is it to be a doctor or whatever have you? You know what I'm saying? And these are the questions that I'm asking you. And I'm asking you to ask yourself. Because what does it all really mean? What does it mean that if you have a whole bunch of stuff, everybody just has so much stuff, and we work for so much stuff. And then when the person passes on, all that stuff is just left behind. It doesn't mean anything. It really doesn't mean anything. I really respect the people that are minimalists, right? The people that are minimalists and that they live their life with a very minimum amount of things, right? I really respect it. I mean, it's so much stuff. So much stuff. And what does it mean? It holds you down. It makes you heavy. What's up, Kundalini? What's up, Brandy? You can't take that stuff with you. You can't take it with you. And the Egyptians shown this. Many people shown this. So what does it mean? So what does it mean? Um, what does it mean if you're constantly working? What does it mean to get stuff, to get stuff, to get stuff, to get stuff? Is that why you came here? To be somebody that's hoarding polished wood, metal, and stone? Is that why we came here? You know, I know why I came here. I came here to be an example. I came here to inspire. I came here to raise the frequency of the planet. I came here to give a message. I came here to show that anything is possible. It doesn't matter what situations you've been in, you can always overcome. I came here to show transformation. I came here to show unity, you know? Um, I just think that it's important, ladies and gentlemen. I really, really think that it's important. That it's important that we really start asking these questions. I brought this up yesterday at this dinner that I was talking about, and I said how when you ask the question that you're going on a quest, you're going on a quest, right? How do you spell question? Quest, quest, right? You're going on a quest, and a lot of people don't ask the questions. And I'm inviting you to ask these questions to yourself. Why did I come here? What is my purpose for being here? Because what does it all really mean? You become, a freaking number getting pushed through a system to perpetuate the very thing that is not serving you. I'm not even going to get into the acronym of realm. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I made a video on YouTube. It's called 7 Reasons Why Your Spiritual Evolution is Being Slowed, or something like that. It's seven reasons why you are not progressing how you want to in spirituality, or something along those lines. But it's called realm, REALMMM. So if you want to know what I mean by that, go ahead and search it up. But outside of this realm system, I just want to say is that you are pure consciousness. That you are God essence. You're God essence. You really are. There's an attack. There's an attack on spirituality that whoever's running this matrix, they don't want you to know who you are. This is not to play victim mode or anything like that, but it's important for you to know that there's a consciousness or there's a energy who doesn't want you to know who you are. Why do I say that? Well, if you look in what do you call it, Google, and you look up some definitions, the definitions are prejudice, and prejudice means to prejudge. To prejudge, it doesn't necessarily have to mean in the context of racism or something like that. And what do I mean? What are some examples that I'm talking about? Well, 2 words that I can give you. One word is akasha, and the definition of akasha is like space. It's space that can record information. It's like ether. So you think about the akashic records, right? It records everything from the past, the present, and the future. When you look up the definition of akasha, it starts off by saying the suppose. It doesn't say what it is, it says suppose. And the same thing with telekinesis. Telekinesis is the ability to move objects with your mind, right? Or something similar to that. What if you look it up in Google, the definition of telekinesis, it says the supposed ability to move objects with your mind. Why wouldn't it just say the ability to move objects with your mind? Why do they have to put in there the supposed ability to move objects with your mind? Because when it comes to things of spirituality and things of that nature, the way that they have it worded is messing with people's minds. Kundalini said we are all part of the all. Our DNA is passed down in our genes of our ancestors. This is true. This is true. And there's people, if you read so many books, man, let me show you guys some books that are have really been instrumental. Um, this is a good one. These are some books that you should definitely get into. I don't know if you can see this. Let me see if I can adjust the light a little bit. Here we go. This is by Bertie Spalding, Life and Teachings of the Masters of the Far East. This has been instrumental. I started reading this when I was like 17. Okay. I think you can even listen to the audio book. Another book that has been instrumental in my life. This book right here. Matachia. Okay. I have a lot of his books, probably like 5 or 6 of them. There's so many more books that I don't have many on me right now. This is a really good one. Marshall Rosenberg, Nonviolent Communication. a great book. Um, what is it? Another one. This one's nice. This is by Maktai Chia as well. He's a co-author. Somebody else is into this, right? Cranial Sacred Qigong, integrating body and emotion in the cosmic flow. Okay. More books, more books, more books. I don't know. I just have a couple, but more are in my living room in my bigger bookcase. This is even a good book right here. I highly recommend this. This is a really good book. This is how we look when we have these emotional states. So this is a really good book. There's just so many books out there, yo. So many books, so many books. I don't know how many books I read. I don't even keep track. It's not important. But yeah, yeah. So just knowing yourself. Like you can be in the world but not be of it. You can be in these systems. You can be in the Sophia Code. Hmm. How's that book, the Sophia Code? I recently bought the Sophia Code. I haven't heard of that. I'm curious because if you're reading it, I know it's got to be some good stuff. Um, yeah. So you could be in the world and not be of it, right? It's like that saying. He lived in the world, but he wasn't of it. You can be in the world, but not of it. It's for Ascended Master. Okay, cool. Um, be in it, but not of it. Be in it, but not of it. You could be in the school system and not be so indoctrinated by it. You can even be in a church, right, or read a Bible or something and not be indoctrinated by it. Uh, you could be in whatever. I'm going in regards to realm, right, and whatever, and not be indoctrinated by it. So you can, but it's important to ground yourself. It's important to go back to your base. It's important to go back to your foundation, to realign with Earth, literally Earth, to realign with the universal principles. Be a tree hugger. Who cares, man? It's interesting, right? People who are tree huggers or walk around barefoot, people will laugh at them, point fingers, call them names, whatever, mock them on social media, so on and so forth. But then there are people who might speak some type of language like, yo, F this girl, F that. I sell drugs. I do this. I do whatever. Will shoot this many people, right? And then all of a sudden, people's like, or movies that people watch where there's a lot of shooting and killing and video games, all this other stuff, right? And people say, oh, that's normal. That's cool. We don't make fun of that. You don't make fun of somebody saying, oh, they're playing a video game where you're shooting people. You listen to music where they're talking about shooting people, right? You're watching the movies where they're talking about killing people. There's blood and everywhere. Ha ha! No, people aren't laughing at that. But when it comes to things that has to do with elevating the frequency, and when you speak about something that isn't normal in this realm, then people want to point fingers. Oh, he believes in telekinesis. You're laughing at somebody who believes in telekinesis, but yet you immerse yourself in violence and killing and think that that's okay. Think about it. Think about it, right? Think about it. So it's just a perspective. It's just a perspective, and you have to start realigning. You have to start realigning with the frequency of the universe. I can't say this enough, but take your shoes off. Walk barefoot 45 minutes a day. Walk barefoot 45 minutes a day. You would be surprised what would happen inside of here. You'd be surprised. Practice your qigong. Practice your yoga. Practice your yoga. One pose a day keeps the doctor away, right? Like get it in, you guys. Get it in. Get it in. It's important because the best investment is you. I say this often, but it's so true. The best investment is you. Bitcoin is all the way down, like $20,000. Stocks and different things are all the way down. It doesn't matter, right? You're your best investment. You're the one you should be investing the most in, not any other company. You first, and then other companies later. And how do you invest in yourself? By meditating. It's best to do it when you're waking up and right before going to sleep. You're going to be in a brain state called theta or theta. That's the brain state where you can actually rewire your neurons, right? That's why it's good to meditate during those times. Read lots of books, right? Read lots of books. This is a great investment. Really, really great investment. Take your shoes off. Go outside and walk barefoot. Get out there and be in the sun. Swim in the ocean. Swim in the lake. That's really good for you. Take walks. Take hikes. Hug a tree, climb a tree, right? do some breathing exercise, get some pranayama. Do the next side, right? What I just did right there, you have no idea what I felt. So many tingling things. It felt so good, almost ecstasy. And that's the right hemisphere and the left hemisphere coming together, right? I'm stimulating the corpus callosum, which is the thick cell membrane in the middle that's connecting them, right? Move your energies up. Practice the microcosmic orbit. If you don't know what that is, look up this, right? Makta Chia. He'll tell you all about it. But you got to invest in you, ladies and gentlemen. You have to invest in you. You have to invest in you because if you don't, nobody else is going to invest in you. Nobody's going to invest in you if you don't invest in you. Nobody's going to believe in you if you don't believe in you. Nobody's going to love you if you don't love you. You got to do the work. You got to do the work. And that's what Sarah Adams was talking about in the podcast that I did with Sarah Adams. She was talking about how you got to do the work. Stop being lazy. Get up. And I'm not even saying give up all your bad habits. All I'm saying is incorporate more good habits into your life. Incorporate more good habits. Simple as that. Simple as that. And that's what we got to do. That's what we got to do, right? So, like, I'm not saying giving up smoking. I'm saying do more exercise. I'm not saying giving up drinking soda. I'm saying drink more water. I'm not saying give up being lazy. I'm saying, or give up watching TV. I'm saying read more books, right? Incorporate more of what you do want, and what you don't want, slowly but surely, is going to fall away, right? Do I practice mudras? I think you. Okay, I think you're spelling it wrong, but I think you know what you're talking about. So the mudras, that's these things right here, right? So it's important to know um, that we live in a physical reality. We have five senses, we have five fingers, we have five brain stakes, we have five elements, and those elements, right? You have and also on your fingers, there's five elements. So this is what I'm tying into. This is prana, your thumb. This is air. This is fire. This is water, and this is earth. So prana, air, water, prana, air, uh, fire, water, and earth. So when you do mudras, like if you do the mudra like this, what you're touching is you're touching your prana and your air together, right? So you're activating these elements inside of your body because your body has all of the elements, just like the elements are outside of you. You have them internal as well too, as above, so below, as within, so without. So when you're doing this, you're activating these inside of you. So let's say, for instance, is that you want to activate your fire element. Well, you would incorporate this, your middle finger, to your prana, and just feel, it. This is pratihara. Just feel it. There's other ones you can do. You can interlace your fingers. I love this one, and you go like this. This takes me to that state where you don't have any thoughts, really, really fast. You have this is also one, right? The prayer pose. This is one. It's so many mudras, and you'll find out, after you start experiencing, you'll find out how each one affects your emotional state on the inside, how it takes you to a deeper meditation, right? How you can do something as simple as this, and this would change everything up, right? Something as simple as this, and you maybe this, you're right there like this. So this would change everything up. Mudras are powerful. They are powerful, really, really powerful. So that's something that you guys need to get into when you're meditating. So yeah. So I'm not going to make this too long, but I do appreciate everybody being here today. I appreciate the support, like always. I really, really do. Really, 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 really do. Yeah, I'm going to take Seven Circles to the next level. I'm going to be making a website. I'm going to be offering some things to go along with that website. Oh yeah, I do appreciate it. Those who are watching, please support me and hit the like button. I forgot about that. It's important. What else? Yeah, website coming. Different courses coming. More people are going to be coming on. I'm going to be doing some great interviews. Yoga training's almost done pretty soon. I think I got like one more month to go. Then from there on, I only have to do it some online stuff, which I haven't been keeping up on. But I'm going to be opening up a yoga studio. I've been looking at. Actually, went to look up real estate today, and I have an appointment with this one guy. So eventually, we'll be doing a yoga studio, like an actual physical yoga studio. That's going to be great. Um, so I have a lot of good things coming. A lot of good things coming, and I appreciate the support. I do have a membership channel. It's $5 a month, and so if you want to support me on the membership channel, uh, you get a couple of different perks and benefits by being a member of Seven Circles. It's in my bio, and you can just take a look at it. Or not in the bio, but it's down low, and it tells you all about it. I just started that like a week ago, I think. And then once again, if you're not subscribed, subscribe to the channel. But I appreciate each and every one of you beautiful people for watching. Hope that you have a great day, great week, great month, great year, and a great life. My name is Jonathan. Thank you for tuning in to Seven Circles. Until next time. Bye. If I can remember how to exit.